What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily horoscope for Friday, Venus Day, November 6, 2020. I'm Brian here with you, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. As always, I hope you're doing well. Well, that moon, coming off big squares to Venus, coming off big squares to Mars in Cancer. It's still in Cancer, and it's going to oppose Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn. It's going to square Mercury in Libra, and it's going to square Eris in Aries. So there is a lot of tension. There's a big cardinal cross, and today can be extremely hard emotionally about desires, with the sun in Scorpio at 14 degrees coming to 15 degrees and quincunxing Mars retrograde in Aries, and that Mars is really stationing. It's getting ready to stop and flip direct next week. So it's a big day. I think our desires have to be internalized, and we have to go after what feels right for ourselves long term. And I know I say that all the time, but it is that. And we have to be responsible for our actions, for our thoughts with with Saturn square this Mercury. And it's the last day that's going to square. Mercury's starting to move forward. So, and as the moon moves into Leo, we get ready for the third quarter square this weekend. So there's a lot happening right now. And I think that it's very dependent on our own inner state and how we're going to handle things. And I don't think we can expect a lot from the reality. If we have expectations and desires, it's going to feel really difficult. I think the more we can just let life play out, but make sure we're focused on ourselves, focused on our own inner world, the better we're going to feel, because it can be a heavy day emotionally, but at the same time, it's going to force emotional action, and it's going to force responsibility one way or the other. And that can, be easier or harder depending on, choices that you make in your life, and everybody's different. So, but it's heavy. It's hard. I think, that moon in Cancer, it's feeling everything, and it's feeling everybody. And there's a lot of tension just in the world right now. So I just think, we got to just let life happen. Focus on what you can control inside yourself, and that's going to make you feel better. And, as this weekend comes into play and Venus and Mars get closer in their opposition, Venus at 11 moving to 12 degrees, Mars at 15, it is a rare transit. We don't get like Venus opposed Mars with Venus in the home sign of Libra opposing Mars in the home sign of Aries. Like, this hasn't happened in a long time. So it's rare, and that's kind of how this year is. We're getting really weird, rare transits. And we have to be able to be responsible for the changes and the transformation that's going on, especially with the moon in opposition to Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn. I think that internally we can expand so much if we can find the structures that make sense in our own world. But we have to be able to transmute the energy. We have to be able to shift, pivot, to evolve, to grow, and to not just, I would say, expect things and reality to look a certain way right now. That's just going to stress, and that's going to weigh heavy. And the more you can focus on what really matters in your life and what your desires are to create something beautiful for your own future, and to be responsible for your own actions, your own emotions, your own thoughts, your own mental state, the better, because expecting somebody else to do it for you isn't it right now. And Saturn opposed the moon is hard. It's not an easy transit. And the moon's square Eris in Aries, this is like control and restriction of emotions, and it can cause a lot of stress, disharmony, discord. And there's ways to transmute that energy, and it's by letting beautiful things come in and not just forcing a reality that you want, but by feeling things out and working through things, finding balance, finding harmony. Venus is trying really hard here, and Venus has a lot going on, opposing this Mars retrograde in Aries, and then square Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn. We have a lot with our inner security, our inner feelings, the beauty of life, relationships, people. There's a lot going on. So the more comfortable we can be inside ourselves, the more we can create the world we want, the environment we want, without getting too sucked into what the world wants you to get sucked into with that South Node in Sag. The more harmony you're going to find in your life. And it can be a beautiful time. It really can. But it's not going to look that way if you look outside yourself. It's going to look really weird. So the more you can internalize and look for the beauty within, and within the things that make sense in your life, and with the relationships you have, and with the people in your life that make you feel good, that's the ticket. See what the card is for the day. It is the moon card, upright. Whew, a moon in Cancer. You know, we have to be able to change. We have to be able to let things come in and out. We have to be able to feel, and we have to be able to shift and pivot and create the beauty that we want from inside. And it is that subconscious, it is that deeper emotional state that we need to feel and we need to be comfortable in. That moon is early in the morning. It's going to trine over to Neptune in Pisces as well. So it's a sensitive day, and it starts off that way. And the moon's big right now. It's going through a lot in Cancer, and we pulled this card. We have to be able to shift and pivot and let things play out, because like the tides of the ocean, they go out, they come in, and a lot of times when they go out, it's when you can pick up all those treasures. And I think that sun in Scorpio is trying to show us the treasures deep within that the tide leaves behind. But if we're just upset that the tide isn't up or that things don't look the way we wanted at that certain time, I think we can miss out on a lot of the beauty and a lot of the treasure of life. So it is about a transformation, and it's a lot. So I wish you all the best. I truly do. I love you all very much. Stay strong within yourself and do the things that make you feel good on a day-to-day basis. And try not to get too sucked into whatever game is being played. I mean, we all have to play the game of life, don't get me wrong, but try and play your game. And try and make your game the game that you want to play and that you desire and that actually fulfills you and doesn't leave you empty and searching for more. Love you all very much. I'll see you for the weekend report tomorrow. Peace.